All my days, this is absolute paradise.
What's best is we've got the whole place to ourselves. I can't see another human being. Today, we're putting cruise line tours head to head with DIY options to see if you're actually being ripped off. If you're planning a cruise, you're constantly told that booking through the ship is the only safe way to explore. But we're going to show you exactly how much money we saved going solo and why the cruise line tours were a massive waste of our limited time in port. Wait until you see what happened during our final excursion. It was such a disaster that we actually had to escape halfway through. This is one of the worst tours I think I've ever done. What a complete rip-off. Quick heads up, this video is brought to you by Squarespace. Well, ahoy there cruisers, and welcome back to another episode of Cruise with Ben and David. We're getting off the ship. We're on board the Celebrity Millennium cruise ship here in Asia, in the port of Penang in Malaysia. And we're going to show you what it's like being on shore excursions versus doing it yourself. So come join us, it's going to be a really fun one. We're really excited to show you how you can save a lot of money on a cruise. So this is what you are usually presented with when you arrive in any port around the world, guys. So lots of people wanting to get you in taxis and things. So if you do want to do a last minute thing, this is definitely your option, but we don't advise this because we recommend doing a bit of research, finding out what's the cheapest thing to do in port with reputable taxis and companies and things like that, just to keep you as safe as possible and just so you're not going to get ripped off. But you'll usually find this basically at every single port around the world. It's something you'll always see. And it is really tempting just to hop in one of those taxis. And you know what? Sometimes they can end up being a lot cheaper than a shore excursion still. But if you do it in advance, you can save money. You know exactly where you're going to go. You don't have to barter. You don't have to argue with the taxi driver where to go and what to do. And you've looked at reviews as well, so you know that it's going to be good and honest, and just you can have a good day because you've saw other people have had a good day. Anyway, we're going to go meet our driver because we're on a private tour today, and we'll fill you in with all of the details. Let's do it. And they're all of the taxi drivers inside that are affiliated with the port, and these are just the independent ones. So our guy should be waiting out here somewhere, so let's go find him.
Well, hi everybody. So great start to the day so far. We met our guide, Ahmed, just outside the port. He was there with a sign. He is so lovely. All the way here, he has been chatting to us, telling us lots of facts. He's a local, he's lived here his whole life. He knows everything about everything, and he's basically made a plan for the day. We've said what we want to do, what we don't want to do, based on what we've seen before. Gave us some great suggestions, and he's got a full day planned for us. And funnily enough, as we were leaving the ship, we actually saw one of the shore excursions through the cruise. It was a huge group of people, all been herded together. They were basically looked like they were waiting around for people, and you do tend to get that a lot with the cruise booked shore excursions. You're basically going to be in a big group and a lot of waiting around.
Now, this really isn't an episode about pulling shore excursions from the cruise line apart, because as you'll see in our episode, sometimes they are a necessity and required to make things a lot easier. But when we can do on a day like this, we prefer doing things DIY. Not only because it's cheaper, just wait until later on in the episode till we'll let you know exactly how much we saved, but it's just so much more convenient. It's a private tour, so we are just by ourselves, and we really get to write the tour. So we get to write the schedule and decide exactly what we want to do, when we're tired, when we want to eat, all of that sort of stuff. So it really is wonderful. Our first stop is the Spice Garden. We haven't been here before, and we can already smell it. We can smell all of the spices and flowers and fauna and flora, and we're very excited to look around. So let's go take a look around this. It was about $5 US each to get in, so not very much money. And yeah, we're going to spend a few hours here and sort of explore. It looks beautiful. What you doing there, David? Feeding some fish?
Feeding the fish. It's like a cruise ship buffet. Look at them go.
Wow, so this is amazing. We're just overlooking the whole of the Spice Garden, and there's a swing. They said that we can just swing it and take in all of the view, so I'm going to oblige and get on this lovely swing. Let's do a bit of a push, guys. Woo! Oh my gosh, that is absolutely awesome. This is so cool. Oh my gosh, that is lovely. And it's so cool this morning as well, so it hasn't quite got hot. So one thing about cruising in Asia, basically at any time, especially Southeast Asia, it's very warm all the time, guys. But we've got a beautiful day today. The skies are all blue. What's best is we've got the whole place to ourselves. I can't see another human being, which is fabulous. So no big tour group are being carried around with lots of other people waiting for them to get to the next part and all of that sort of stuff. We've got the complete freedom.
This is really lovely, and it is so quiet, which is absolutely, oh, It's just bliss. We can walk around at our own pace. We've stopped for a little bit to take pictures and kind of just take it in, guys. One thing we like about these sort of days is just that you can do it at your own pace and... Ah, you little... Oh, bloody mozzies. I think I just got one.
Oh, the next part is pretty scary. This is the poisonous garden, so lots of these plants can actually kill you or severely damage you. Really, really horrendous, very damaging for the skin, can cause cancer, can cause death, skin irritation. Oh my gosh, guys, so we're staying well away from all of these plants, but it is very interesting to see nonetheless. It's a pretty cool place.
Pretty terrifying, actually, when you think about it. If you are sort of in one of these tropical places and you don't really know what you're looking at, what you're touching, could be quite dangerous, couldn't it? I'd be absolutely useless on a remote island. I think I'd die within about 5 seconds.
So no survivor for you then?
No survivor or castaway for me, nope.
I don't know what's more dangerous, the slide or the poisonous plants, because they look equally terrifying. Anyway, let's move on to our next stop.
The next stop for us is Entopia, which is one of the largest butterfly gardens in the world. But it's not just butterflies, it also had tons of insects as well, including some massive spiders, lizards, all sorts. Very interesting. This is awesome. It's so pretty and so beautiful. There's absolutely millions of butterflies flying around, all from like teeny tiny little ones to some gigantic ones that are almost the size of birds.
Wow, this place is huge, guys. There are so many butterflies, beautiful waterfalls, greenery, and it's all inside as well. Now, it was quite expensive for Malaysia anyway. It was about $15 each, which is quite pricey for the price of museums and attractions here. So it was a little bit on the pricey side, but I think it's worth it because we saw so many lovely things. We just saw a turtle, which was getting taken care of by the vets here as well. So it's getting a little checkup as well. And they were filming it for television as well, which is pretty cool. We bought our tickets via Klook. We have a link in the description section below. But now we're going to head on to our next attraction. Let's go. Lots of fun things to see. Here's my daddy.
So next stop on our epic tour is the tropical fruit farm up in the hills. It was really pretty driving up here. It actually wasn't too far from the butterfly farm. So our driver's doing a good job of ticking everything we want to see off and making sure it's all in the right order, so we're not here, there and everywhere, and really making the most of our time. Looks like some sort of alien egg.
Are you trying some lychee, David?
Some lychee.
Fresh from the tree.
Lychee.
Lychee.
So just bite into it, yeah? Mmm, very nice. Be nice for in a cocktail. Lychee martini.
Wow, so this is absolutely fascinating. Like David says, we're up in the mountains now, so it's considerably cooler. But this is a natural, chemical-free fruit farm, so no chemicals or anything are used. We've seen everything. We've seen coffee beans, avocado, pineapples, a gigantic passion fruit, nutmeg. I've been trying all of the little things as well, which is fabulous. But this is really cool. It feels very natural and not very touristy. We're in our little car as well, a little buggy taking us up the hills. And yeah, this is just awesome, guys. It's really interesting to see all of the fruit that we eat on a daily basis actually being grown in real life. It's very strange because we're just used to getting it from a supermarket or something. So this is very cool. And again, we're in a very small group, which is one of the big benefits about doing things DIY yourself. So yeah, this is lovely. It's spectacular. And this, guys, is a cinnamon tree. So you can actually, I can smell it from here. It smells like Christmas or coffee at Halloween. It's absolutely amazing, but it has such a strong, pungent smell. It is very cool. I don't think I've ever seen most of these plants in real life before. It's blooming awesome. Wow, this is so cool. So next we're walking through the processing plant where they make fruit enzymes. Never heard of them before. And they process all of the coconut oil as well. 60 coconuts only make half a litre of product. How crazy is that, guys? It's absolutely insane, but this is very, very cool to experience. Definitely recommend this. It was super cheap as well. It was under $5 each, which was good price. Good price. This video is sponsored by Squarespace, and we've used it for over half a decade now, which is kind of wild to think about. We run our entire website whilst traveling, usually from a cruise ship. Squarespace is perfect for that because everything is built in. No patching things together, no tech headaches. One thing we love is how easy it is to update the site. New video, new blog post, a tweak to a page. We can do it quickly, even on questionable ship Wi-Fi. Their design tools are also a lifesaver. You can start with Blueprint AI or a template, then customize it so it actually feels like you. And we also use Squarespace email campaigns to stay connected with our audience. New videos, updates, announcements, all from the same platform. So if you're a creator, traveller, or someone who just wants their idea to look legit online, this is such a solid place to start. Go to squarespace.com for a free trial. And when you're ready to launch, head to squarespace.com/Ben and David to save 10% off your first website or domain.
End of the tour, we're going to try some of the enzymes, which are apparently good for your health. This is a turmeric ginger one. There's like loads of different ones you can try. Do you know what? It almost smells like a dark and stormy. Everything I think of relates to a cocktail. That's you can feel the burn as it goes down your throat with that one. It's like pure ginger.
Slap me with a cinnamon stick and call me Santa Claus. That is definitely something. Definitely matured. Yeah, I don't think I'll be having that daily, but apparently it is very good for you indeed. Anyway, let's move on to our next stop.
Next adventure, guys, we're going to head over to Monkey Beach and we've got to take a boat over there. Let's do it.
He's going to fall in the sea.
Your turn.
We're there. All right, here we go. Let's go. It's a bit treacherous getting in there, guys, but hey, safety first, David. A little bit of life jacketness. Where's the muster gel?
I don't know if this is a good or a bad sign that we have to wear these.
It's a good sign.
I mean, this is slightly more bumpy than the cruise ship, and I've realised now, wow, we have to wear a life jacket just in case we do fly up the side. Jeez. This was so much fun. It was about $15. And I don't think you'd get this on a cruise shore excursion. This was $30 altogether. It takes 15 minutes to get to the beach. You can walk to the beach for it. It takes like an hour. So we opted for the boat, and that's $30 there and back. So money well spent, I think. Woo! Oh my god, that actually got my tummy. And I did not take seasickness tablets, which was a massive mistake.
There we go, on new land. So yeah, welcome to Monkey Beach. So I'm guessing there are monkeys here somewhere. We might not see them, they said, but yeah, this is gorgeous. It feels very natural and very authentic, which is very cool, yeah. What an experience. These are the things we get to do on a cruise, which is just absolutely awesome. It's so much fun. I love it.
This is really awesome, guys. It's, like Ben mentioned, it's like supernatural because all the monkeys are just hanging around, playing. They're like sat on the bar stools, and there's even one sat on the bar. Looks like he's waiting for a drink.
They're playing in the hammocks. It's so cute.
I know, they're really cute, and there's loads of little baby ones as well who are absolutely adorable. Now, we've learned from visiting in Bali, we're keeping a distance because they are a little cheeky. There was a family over there that had like snacks and a picnic out. Guys, it ended up like a cruise ship buffet. The monkeys were all over that. So yeah, we're just keeping our distance. But it's really cool, it is really natural. And there's like even like a bar and drinks like I mentioned, really nice.
Yeah, and you can absolutely do all of these tours and things on the cruise ship as well. But what you can't do is the amount of stuff that we're doing. You'd have to pick from one or two of the things that we've been doing, just because it's a lot slower, because you're going to be with a big group of people on a large coach. You're going to have meeting times. Some people are going to be faster, some people are going to be slower. We tend to be a little bit faster, so we can do a lot in one day compared to, say, some other people on our cruise. So what's great is that we just have the flexibility of doing what we want to do when we want to do it, and we can fit in so much more. Plus, we know that the guides are really good, because when we're booking these things on Shore Excursions Group, on Viator, on Klook, we always check the reviews to see if they have good reviews, that the guides speak good English and have good knowledge of the area, not somebody who's just trying to scam people. We make sure that the reviews are really reputable. And to find out the things we actually want to do in the places that we visit, we'll start by going on TripAdvisor or just searching things to do in Penang, for example, and having a look at the list of things, going through each one of them, seeing which ones have good scores, because something might look really good from the outside but have terrible scores and not be a very good attraction. So we'll try and put together some sort of itinerary with the help of the person who's taking us around these places, just so we have a really good day and we're able to soak up as much culture, as many sights as we can get, all of the good pictures and video we want to get. And we just want to have the best time, because you don't get long in many of these places. Some places you'll only get sort of 7 or 8 hours, so we want to pack that time with as much stuff as we can. Now, we do say the most important part is getting back to the ship on time. Yes, sometimes this can be a little bit stressful, and as you'll see in future tours where we booked a ship excursion, sometime it is worth it, but our all aboard time isn't till 9:30 tonight. We're going to be getting back at 5 p.m. after an 8-hour tour, so we've got plenty of time to ensure that we get back on the ship, just because it could be really busy on the roads, there could be an accident, there car that you're in could break down. Suddenly there could be a storm and we can't get off this island for a few hours, so you've got to take that all into consideration and just be super sensible. We always ensure that we're back at the ship at least sort of 2 hours early, just to give ourselves a little bit of a buffer, just in case anything does go wrong. But we've never had an issue after almost 100 cruises, so be sensible and you'll be completely fine, and you get to see the real places and lots of the places, not just one or two really touristy parts in big groups. We get to do what we want when we want to do, so this is like pure paradise, and I'm so glad we got to see monkeys. It's so cool. They're so cute, but I'm not going anywhere near them because they're vicious. Now, if you're wondering what we did in all of the other ports, we make exclusive full-length episodes just for our Patreon channel. You too can become a patron by clicking the link in the description section below. It helps us to pay for cruises so we can create even more unbiased, honest and entertaining content. We give you all of our episodes ad-free and early. Plus we do a monthly video chat as well. Thank you so much to all of our patrons. So next up, we've came into Georgetown, which is the main town/city here in Penang, and we've found ourselves at a place called Nellie's Passion Heart. There's lots of tea and coffee shops here in Georgetown. It's really lovely, guys. It's such a lovely place filled with markets and lots of art, lots of shops and things to do here. It is really lovely. Loads of food to pick from, especially on evenings. We've got ourselves a little bit of a treat. I went for the banana and peanut butter cake, and it looks absolutely wonderful. Oh, I need this, guys. It just smells wonderful. Slap me with a banana and call me appealing. That is absolutely delicious, guys. It is so light and fluffy, and that cream, the peanut butter cream, is just delicious. Oh, got myself a fancy tea as well, in a fancy little cup. Oh, that's quite floral. It's quite delicious, but yeah, a nice little coffee stop. Lovely. Was feeling a bit peckish, so our guide told us about this place, and it's got really good reviews, so thumbs up. David, that looks delicious, and so does the little kitty cat behind you as well.
I love this place. It's so cute. It's in one of the old shop houses. So we've came inside and you can actually see inside of it. It's got the airwell on the inside and stuff. It's really pretty. Right, less talking, more eating. I need to get some of the cream. Oh, that is so good. The pastry is so buttery and delicious, and the cream on the top's lovely, but the meringue or the lemon curd in the middle, oh, it's tangy. Really, really good pie. Oh, good choice.
So guys, that's it for our day in Penang. Thank you so much to our guide Ahmed.
Yeah, nice meeting you.
We've had a great day. Thank you so much. So we're going to get back on the ship now.
All right. Okay, then see you. Hope to see you in March.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, we're going to be back in March on a brand new cruise ship, which we'll be bringing you soon. So that's awesome. Then. Oh, so we're back on the ship. What an absolutely amazing day. That was so much fun. We got to do so much in the 8.5, nearly 9 hours in Penang, which was fabulous. Now for the price. So you can book a similar shore excursion on board the cruise ship. The cost of that is $122 per person, so about $250 almost, which is quite expensive. Obviously that's with a big group, and it didn't really include much. It was mostly just sightseeing on a coach. But for us, we got to do all of that, and it cost us exactly the same, $120. But that was for both of us, so 50% cheaper. Now, yes, we did have to pay to go in a few museums and stuff, but you would have had to have done that on the other tour because it didn't include any of that. But it was a good 50% cheaper, and you can have such a better time. You really can do. And when you've got the liberty of free time like that and a long day in port, it's definitely worth it. But it's a different story tomorrow. We'll see you tomorrow, guys, because we're going on a ship booked shore excursion that we booked through Celebrity Cruise, and we'll bring you all of the details and the fun that we get up to in a brand new place we've never been before. See you tomorrow.
Well, welcome to the next day. We're in our new port of Langkawi, and doesn't it look blooming spectacular?
We've never been here before, David. Malaysia, another Malaysian island.
I know, if I'm being completely honest, we'd never heard of it before we booked this cruise, but just pulling in this morning and seeing these islands, it looks absolutely gorgeous, and I can't wait to get off and explore.
Hello, happy new day. Well, you're probably asking yourself, why have we booked a cruise booked shore excursion today? Because they are more expensive, but sometimes it's definitely worthwhile, just because we don't have that long here in Langkawi today, and we've never been before. So we only have about 6 or 7 hours, so that's pretty tight. So we want to make the most of our time. Now, what a shore excursion does booked through the cruise, it means you are guaranteed to get back on the ship on time. Even if something goes wrong, even if we're delayed for any reason, we break down, the tour guide gets lost, I don't know, we'll be guaranteed to get back on, so we won't miss that ship. We'll reveal exactly how much we paid for this later on. First of all, you get a ticket, a shore excursion ticket, and it tells you where to meet and at what time. So you just basically follow those instructions and meet your group. So let's go do that. Right, so David's just checking in for the cruise excursion. Very simple, you just go to your place and get it. It's easy as that.
So we just checked in, I handed over my cruise tickets and you are given a sticker, which you must put on yourself. And then you're just waiting now for the tour to start. Now, because we're in a retreat, we meet here in the retreat lounge, but if you're not in a retreat, you do meet with everybody else. So this is nice and quiet at the moment, but sometimes you're meeting in the theatre with tons of other people. You could be meeting on the port side. It will tell you on your tour ticket where to meet. So I can see on here, if we weren't in a retreat, we'd have to go to the rendezvous lounge.
Rendezvous lounge, treat yourself. Right, we're just waiting to be called and then we'll be off. Okay, then the next stop, we get escorted off the ship with one of the tour guides. For us, it's one of the retreat hosts, so because we're staying in a suite, we get all of these perks, which is really nice. So we get took off the ship. Now, if you want to spend a day on the ship, a port day is the day to do it, just because it is so bloomin' quiet, guys. It's dead on board. There's nobody here, which is fabulous. As you can see around me, it's completely empty. Wow, so this place looks really lovely, guys. It's gorgeous. So we've joined the rest of the group now who met in the rendezvous lounge. And this is the bit that we don't like about shore excursions, is the fact that you're in a giant group, so I can't stop and take many photos. I've got to quickly grab some footage and run ahead, grab some footage, run ahead. Some people are slower, some people are faster, so it tends to take a little bit longer, but for convenience today, it's definitely worth it. So let's go and grab the next form of transportation. I'm not sure what it is, if it's a boat or a coach. We'll find out soon. Oh gosh, guys, I'm blowing away. It's very windy. So like yesterday, as you get off the ship, you'll find lots of local shore excursions and things to do as well. So there's no problem with finding something if you want to do it last minute as well by the port, like jet skiing or something. Right, it's about a 3-mile blooming walk, but we'll see if we're almost there. Let's see.
Well, that was quite a walk. It was that far that my Apple Watch detected that I was doing a workout. That's how far it was. Anyway, we just looked out for our number. There's quite a few coaches here doing different tours. So we're on bus number 24, which is the number that we have on our sticker. And we're going to head off to the boat. Very excited.
So after about a 30-minute drive, we have arrived at the port where we're going to be taking a cruise through the mangroves. Now that bus was very interesting. They like to decorate them like houses, guys. I'm loving the curtains. Just fabulous. Anyway, this island, Langkawi, is named after eagles and rocks. That's what it means in Malay. It's actually a tax duty-free island as well. So things are a lot cheaper than here on the mainland. For example, cars are up to 40% cheaper, which is pretty damn cool. It's a very touristy island as well compared to the rest of Malaysia. Surrounding Langkawi, there are 99 different islands. 4 of them are inhabited, including this one. So yeah, we're going to grab onto a boat now. Apparently there's lots of monkeys, eagles, and bats. And we're going to see them all, so it's going to be fun. But yeah, that was fine. We always pick tours that don't involve lots of coaching around, so lots of coaching from spot to spot. We just try to book one that's just got one coach journey, and then that's it for the rest of the day. We're kind of done. It's a lot more pleasant. Otherwise, you're just on and off, and it takes ages, but this is much more pleasant. So when you are booking, give it a good check over to see exactly what's involved in that particular tour, and you'll be great. So there's actually 3 coach loads of cruise passengers on this tour, guys. So it wasn't just us. So there are a lot of people indeed. I think there was 44 per coach. So it's at 40, 80, 100 and over 120 people. So yeah, it's going to be a busy one. I think we're going to be separated onto different boats now, but we just had a toilet stop there, which lasted a little bit longer than what you'd normally hope, sort of 25 minutes. So that's where it slows down a little bit. But now we're going to do the main part of the tour, and it's all one thing together. So we're not getting on and off or anything, which is great. So I'm very excited. Such a lovely place. And it is roasting today. We've got beautiful weather, which is fabulous. Blue skies, not too humid, but very hot nonetheless.
First stop, we've came to the back cave to go and look at some bats, but it's during the day now, so they are sleeping, so we've got to be very, very quiet, not making any noises. We don't want to make any sounds that sound like a snake, because they will come and wake them up and come down and fly at us. Already as well, we're seeing lots of monkeys, and there was a sign that said, "Not responsible for your death." Why do we get ourselves into these things?
Here we go, guys. It's not very good for tall people, let's just say that. But it's going to be fun. It's going to get very dark very shortly. And we've got to be quiet down here as well, like David said, not to wake up the bats. Looks very bright on screen, but it's very dark in real life. Guys, this is totally fascinating. There's like thousands of bats hanging from the ceiling and all around us. It's very creepy indeed, but very cool. Look at what's David doing. He's like creeping up behind me. You're being creepy, David.
I'm just trying to keep quiet and not look upwards with my mouth open. I don't want a chocolate surprise in my mouth, thank you.
No, yeah, so the bats do poop as well, so you've got to watch out for that and not touch any of the handrails. But yeah, this is pretty spectacular, guys. It's very, very cool indeed. Wow, what an experience. So we're back outside now, and we're seeing some of the mangroves for the first time. Now, fun fact, in 2004 with the big tsunami, the mangroves actually protected people because it breaks the waves, which is so cool. I never knew that. So yeah, and apparently they produce a lot more oxygen and take a lot more carbon dioxide out of the atmosphere than regular trees. So very beautiful, guys. It looks like something off a movie, like a creepy Snow White movie or something. Or it's crazy. It's like magical. They're like little spiders, and they're full of snakes and monkeys and loads of wildlife in there as well. But yeah, this is pretty cool. This is very nice indeed. And our guide luckily is super relaxed, so he's just letting us do whatever we want really, which gives us an opportunity to get some of those pictures and videos especially. It's really good when you have a solid guide.
That was awesome. Absolutely loved that. Absolutely stunning as well. The scenery was amazing. Some of the wildlife that we saw as well, absolutely incredible. Eagles, monkeys, snakes, fantastic.
So we are back on board the ship, and you know what? We got back actually just after all aboard time. So that's one of the benefits of taking one of these cruise ship booked short excursions. That's a mouthful. But yeah, I really enjoyed that tour. I thought it was very good. Some of the positives, our guide Nash was absolutely fantastic. The scenery we saw was beautiful. Some downsides, like I said, 120 people all at the same time, a little bit slow. You don't quite get as much done as you could do if you did it by yourself, plus the price as well. So there are tours that you can book to do on the island through local providers for about $15 per person, so $30. We paid $175 just for a 3.5-4 hour tour. Was it worth it? For us, yes, because we haven't been here before, but it is expensive compared to how much you pay if you do it yourself, and the freedom that brings and the amount of stuff you can get done in that time. But hey, we had a really fantastic time nevertheless. We really did. Anyway, we'll see you tomorrow when we've got a spectacular tour booked in a brand new country. It's going to be a good one, and we booked this ourselves, so we'll see you tomorrow. Well, good morning, welcome back, and welcome to Thailand. We're just getting off our tender boat because this is a tender port, which means we've got to take a small boat from the ship to the actual dock here in Phuket, Thailand. And let's go for an adventure. We'll fill you in just a few moments. So here we go, guys. So as usual, as you get off the ship, there'll be a lot of people waiting for people. So if you booked a third-party tour, it would usually be here. Plus a lot of people trying to sell you tours as well. So as you can see, lots of locals. So if you want to do something last minute, it's here.
So today we're really excited because we're going to be doing something special. We have booked a luxury private yacht. Yes, we're going to be living our below deck fantasy, but just for one day. Now, we have treated ourselves to this, but it was significantly cheaper than doing anything through the ship. So we'll fill you in with all the details later. We've just got to walk a little bit away from the port to meet our tour. So let's do it.
And today we are parked next to our sister Royal Caribbean ship. Now, if you didn't know, Royal Caribbean and Celebrity are sisters. So yeah, they're sister companies owned by the same big company. And we're parked next to the massive Ovation of the Seas. Fun fact, we're going to be sailing on her in about 3 or 4 weeks. We are so excited, from Singapore. So it's nice to see her. Hello. But yeah, the tender ride was very, very easy to get across. It takes about 25 minutes. So if you do have a third-party excursion booked here, it is usually a tender port. So if it is a tender port, make sure you get off nice and early, because sometimes it does take a while with lots of people and things. So just make sure you've got enough time to actually meet your tour. We're just heading 1 minute to a hotel to meet our driver. I am so excited, guys. It's going to be a really good one. So this is cool, guys. They've got lots of fish here, like a little fish market. I'm guessing these were all caught this morning, which is absolutely awesome. Look at that. Oh, it's like my worst nightmare. But very, very fresh fish, which is lovely. How cool's that? So we are in the car. Our driver was waiting with a sign with my name on. So super, super easy. And it's about a 30-minute ride to the marina. Let's go.
Well, I'm really excited because we've arrived at the port, the Royal Port, and it looks lovely, guys. Some of these boats are amazing. Some really beautiful yachts. Now we've got about 30 minutes to hang around before we get on the ship. And it's a gorgeous day as well. It's really hot, so I can't wait to get out on the open seas and get a little sea breeze. Hi there.
Take our shoes off, I think, first, guys. It's like a below deck moment, this, like. It's crazy. Here we go, guys. We're on board.
Inside, in front, and on the back.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
You can choose where to sit.
Oh, this is cool. Hello. Oh, we got
Hi,
DJ.
Sanity.
That's awesome. Hello. Nice to meet you. Hello. Oh, it smells nice in here, David.
Smells lovely.
This is fancy.
Thank you.
Well, hello guys, we're on board the Hype yacht, and this thing is amazing, but boy is it bloomin' bumpy. Now, we're in our cabin, so we've got the cabin for the next 8 hours, which is beautiful. It's gorgeous in here. It's got a big king-size bed, really nice air conditioning because it's boiling outside, a nice seating area, some windows, and yeah, just lots of room and a lovely private bathroom as well with a shower and all of the bits that go with that. David, bless him, is not feeling well at all. We've taken 2 seasickness tablets each well before we even set off, but it's still really affecting him, bless him. But it was very, very bumpy. But now we've arrived at the PP Islands, which are some of the famous islands. It takes about 2 hours to get here from mainland Thailand. And we're going to go explore now, and we're going to have a great time. But yeah, the yacht is lovely. It's really, really pretty, and it feels like we're living our below deck fantasy. It really does, which is amazing. So we've had a few drinks, we're just chilling out, and I think we're just about to arrive, so hopefully David starts to feel a little bit better. I think the sooner he's in the water snorkeling, the better he'll feel. But yeah, it's so good so far. Just a shame that he's suffering with it, but it is a small vessel and it is very windy outside.
Feeling a little bit better now that we have stopped. We're not moving as much.
I mean, David, we're moving pretty much a lot though.
I know, it is still quite bumpy, but it's not as much as when we were travelling over. It looks absolutely stunning out there, guys. Honestly, it's really worth the journey. So we've just had some lovely lunch. It was very, very delicious. I went for the fish option, which was like a sushi to start with different types of fish, and then a lovely piece of kingfish with some rice. Really tasty, really delicious, and lovely and fresh. And it was such a treat to be enjoying the food while looking at the stunning PP Islands.
I went for the meat version, so it was kind of meat starters like chicken sandwiches and things, chicken rolls, and then a lovely piece of chicken with some lovely vegetables on the side.
We also had a little bit of time to do some snorkeling, but now we're going to head to the land and take a look at a very famous beach. So we're getting off the big boat onto another little boat, and we're heading onto the beach now. This is awesome, guys. Absolutely loving it. The scenery, incredible. It's absolutely incredible here, and I can't wait to get a further look at the beach when we actually get over there. Wish me luck.
It's a bit of an uneven platform. Oh my gosh. He made it just...
This is good for your core strength. The whole thing is moving in the complete opposite direction of the boat. Okay.
Whoa.
I know. I'm so glad I didn't have any of them away.
Oh my God, I'm glad we didn't drink, David. This is crazy.
This is absolutely mental.
Let's go.
Oh my gosh. Crocs as well, probably not the best solution. I'm not even in sports mode.
Wow, this is spectacular. Welcome to Mere Beach. Now, it might look a bit familiar because it was the star of one film called The Beach starring Leonardo DiCaprio. This is an absolutely gorgeous, beautiful paradise. Now, it was closed for years, up until I think 2022, just because people were ruining the beach and the corals and things like that. You still can't absolutely swim. There's no swimming. They're strictly enforcing it, only up to your ankles in the water to get some photos. But this is incredible, guys. It is absolutely stunning. The colour of the water is the most vibrant turquoise, glittery blue, and the sand's white and delicious, and you're surrounded by all of these alien, almost like Pandora off of Avatar, hills and mountains behind us. It is just absolutely spectacular. So we came over here. We didn't do this last time on our tour. It is very, very busy. Lots of people are breaking the rules. Apparently it's not simple just not to go in at ankle length. So we're hearing lots of people being shouted at. They're doing fines if you're naughty and break the rules, which I completely agree with, because this is just unbelievable. One of the most incredible things I think I've ever seen. It is just beautiful. Holy crap. This is just nuts. It's just absolutely wonderful. What an amazing thing we get to look at. Oh, The planet is quite beautiful, isn't it, David?
Now, I am still looking out for my Leonardo DiCaprio on the beach. I mean, there's lots of people to choose from because it's absolutely rammed here. If you were looking for a tropical escape paradise like the movie, this is the complete opposite. It's like one of the most popular tourist spots here in Thailand. And I can definitely see why, because this is absolutely stunning. Just the colour of the water against them hills is amazing.
There's also some toilets here, some shops selling some fruit and snacks and other things. So yeah, it's definitely a tourist hotspot, but definitely worth it for the pictures alone. Just beautiful. So back to the ship, or should I say yacht? Oh, that sounds very Leonardo DiCaprio, doesn't it? Well, I'm not really into 23-year-old women. Go figure.
This is heaven, honestly. This is how you live. We've just stopped off at another island. We've had some dessert. We're just chilling out here at the very front of the yacht in the little, what do they call it, the bunny pad? Is that the correct term? Do I have my yachty terms correct? And oh, this is absolute bliss, honestly. If I could sell everything tomorrow and live on the yacht the rest of my life, obviously with a full crew because I can't be bothered cleaning it, I would be a very happy man. Oh, guys, this has been absolutely wonderful. We were brought even more food and drinks. The crew have been absolutely lovely. Just laid out here for basically an hour, taking in that sea breeze and the amazing view as well. It's been so lovely. So we're going to head back inside. We're going to go down to our cabin because I suspect it's going to be extremely bumpy again on the way back. So we're going to go and relax in our lovely cabin to head back to land.
This is literally ridiculous. So we're just going to chill in the cabin now for 2 hours, put some TV on in the background, lay down because it is going to be very bumpy, and it is just so lovely and cool in here. We can see the horizon and the sea on both sides. Guys, this is amazing. What an amazing tour. We'll see you back on the ship where we let you know everything about this tour, how much it was, how much it compares to the tour on board. Trust me, you're going to be surprised. Well, good morning. Yes, it's the next morning because we got in very late last night. We didn't arrive back on the ship till about 9 p.m. Guys, on the way back, it was crazy. There was a giant power cut and we saw like a power outlet thing explode. And then about 5 minutes later, the whole place was on fire on the beach on Phuket, which is crazy. I hope nobody got hurt or anything, but it was crazy. There was sparks going everywhere. It was on fire. All of the trees started to get on the fire. By the time we got onto the ship, luckily the fire engines had arrived. We saw them all coming and they did put the fire out, but that was pretty insane. Anyway, that tour was absolutely amazing. It cost us about $450 complete for both of us. Yes, expensive, but the ship excursion, which basically does exactly the same thing, a 7.5-hour tour. Ours was about 9 hours, but this is on just a normal regular boat where you sat on the sides, nothing luxury or anything. $250 each, so $500, so more expensive, which is absolutely crazy. Not only did we get that amazing luxury meal, 3-course meal, then fruit, our drinks included, a beautiful yacht, a bed to sleep in. It is absolutely crazy. It was worth so much more, and we got so much more value. And because we're here overnight, we're on our second day now, we had no problems getting back in time and everything. We had all of the time in the world, so that was amazing. We booked that on Viator. There is a link down in the description section below if you want to book something with Viator, and we get a small cut back for that as well, but we highly recommend it. It was called the Hype Yacht Experience. Brilliant. Anyway, it's the next day, and because we're leaving early today at about 4 p.m, we're going to take a shore excursion into Phuket. So let's go do it.
So once again, it's a very early start. We woke up about 6:30 this morning to get ready for this tour. We've came down to a retreat lounge to meet our group. We've got our tickets, we've got our stickers, we've got our coffee. I did have croissants, I've ate them, and we're good to go.
Short tender ride over again. It was lovely this morning. The weather is gorgeous. Very cool, very sunny. We're just going to meet our tour group now. It's quite a long walk actually. We're walking all the way across the beach with about 6,000 other people. So hopefully our tour group is at the end here somewhere. So the guy's running. I think a lot of people are struggling to keep up with him. Now the nice thing about yesterday is that we had a transfer included to the Hype Yacht. Sorry guys, it's very loud. And we were just picked up straight outside of the port, but here we seem to be walking blooming miles, but he is literally running. It's quite funny, but yeah, we'll get on soon. It's okay for us, we don't mind, but some of the people can't keep up and they're dragging behind a little bit. Day 16. Oh yeah, checkpoint 1, guys.
Made it to the checkpoint.
It's like being on the Amazing Race. 16 days later and we're still walking. I'm not sure where. This is quite funny though. Everybody's finding it quite funny. Oh, guys, I see coaches. I think we're here. Our marathon, our half marathon is over. And it looks like we're going to be getting on a bus. And as usual, it's complete chaos with people everywhere, which is quite funny. I mean, I really do prefer booking our own thing. Not that shore excursions are bad, like I said, but it's just nice to be able to do your own thing. But there's our bus there, number 32.
I really, really regret eating 2 croissants this morning.
Just getting here, David.
Just here?
Yeah, why not?
I genuinely have a stitch now. Jeez. Why was he running? I feel like he was going to slap me with that paddle if I fell behind as well. So we've arrived at our first stop, which is the Chalong Temple, one of the most famous temples here and one of the most visited. Now, the bus driver mentioned that we are one of 4 coaches and that there is over 200 people on this tour today. That is absolutely insane. That's a huge amount of people. So every single stop we are meeting up with the other 4 coaches and basically taking over the entire place every single time. Now, to keep track of us, he's gave us a lovely nipple tassel to wear all day as well, so he knows that we're part of his little group, or big group I should say.
I'm not complaining though, I'm really not, because the scenery here is absolutely spectacular and it is beautiful to see, and it is such a pleasure to be able to see these things, it really is, so we're going to enjoy it as much as we can. So next up we've came to a cashew making factory, so they make all of the cashews here, obviously from the fruit. I didn't know it was attached to fruit in trees, that's pretty interesting guys. It's basically just a shop though where you can buy things, so you can sample some things, you can see them cutting the cashew nuts or breaking the nuts, wink wink, but yeah, it's just basically a shop, but it smells delicious in here. Now we really can't buy anything because we've got no room in our luggage at all, but you could easily quite go wild here.
Tie-dye.
Haha, you just got it really. Oh, I'm getting eaten alive. Guys, we fell for it. We can't come all the way to Thailand and not try some nuts, right? We got some coconut nuts, some coconut cashew nuts, because they look very good. Now, how do I get into this thing? Oh, look at that. It's like a tin of tuna. Oh, that's very satisfying. Oh my gosh, that smells absolutely bloomin' delicious. Oh my gosh, I'm getting attacked. I need to put some fly spray on after this. I'm gonna keep on moving because I'm getting bitten to death. Oh my God. Break me in half like a lovely coconut and call me Tom Hanks off of Castaway. Wilson! That is absolutely bloomin' delicious, guys. They're like salty and sweet, and they are so coconutty. That is bloomin' delicious. Wonderful. Good choice.
So next stop is Talang Road, which is one of the most famous areas. It's in the old town of Phuket, and this is where they have all the European shop houses. So it looks very similar to parts of Singapore and to parts of Penang as well. It's very touristy around here, lots and lots of like shops and things, cafes, restaurants. We're gonna have a little stroll through and see what we can get up to. We've only got 45 minutes here, so we do need to get a wiggle on to see as much as we can.
Also guys, if you are not blind, do not litter, but I would say to blind people as well, please don't litter either. Some funny signs around here, but yeah, lovely. It's a shame we had so long in the cashew factory. We had over 40 minutes in the cashew factory, but only 45 minutes here. This is where the flexibility of doing your own thing is fine, but we are getting to see a lot, so that's definitely an upside, a pro in our book, without any worry of missing the boat. This is the biggest thing. If you are on a shore excursion that you booked yourself and time is tight, you do spend the entire time worrying about getting back on the ship. You're like, oh, is there too much traffic? Do I need to leave a bit earlier? But with this sort of tour, we have perfect, no anxiety feelings, which is really nice. So we know that we've got as long as we want, the time that we've been given, and we're definitely going to get back to where we're going to be going. So it's kind of a mix, isn't it? You've just got to weigh up the pros and cons really and how much time you have in port. That's what we usually do. Now, if you've not really watched us before, you'll not know that we collect Starbucks mugs. Yes, of all of the things we could collect, all of the beautiful handmade stuff here in Thailand, and we found the Phuket ones. That is awesome. So that's another one for our collection. Tick.
Guys, I'm in a mood because I was leisurely shopping, looking at all the lovely shirts, and then we had to go. Just didn't have enough time, but it means we can come back and explore a little bit more later. Got ourselves a free drink from the voucher that was given on the bus. Now it's time for lunch. let's go.
So next up, we were told we were being brought to a museum. It's not a museum, guys. It's a giant gift shop. It's a tiny, tiny little museum and then a gigantic gift shop. The biggest gift shop I think I've ever seen. And with 4 coachloads of people, it is absolutely rammed in there. It's super expensive. We couldn't take any pictures at all. I kept getting shouted at even though I took no pictures because we have a camera with us. No pictures, no pictures. There's a 3,000 baht fine if you take any pictures in there. Absolutely crazy with lots of announcements over the top saying, please do not take photos, please do not take photos, please buy things, please buy things. That's so bad, guys. We didn't get any time in the centre, but we've just spent ages here in a fake museum. So I'm really not happy about that. I do feel like we're being well and truly ripped off because these tours are not that cheap compared to how you can book them with a local provider. So yeah, that's just not good at all. That's a real shame. So we're just going to get back on the bus. By the looks of it, most people are following us and going straight back onto the bus as well, and they don't look particularly happy because we barely got any time in the good places and we're getting so much times in gift shops like the shoe factory. That wasn't a factory. It was just one woman crushing nuts at the beginning and the rest of it was a gift shop. Even though the nuts were good, those nuts were very good. They might be the most tasty nuts I've put in my mouth in a long time, but yeah, this is such a rip-off. We should have not fallen for it and just did something ourselves and made sure we got back nice and early. I feel well and truly ripped off. David wants to complain. I'm just like, well, you know these things happen. Oh well, back on the coach. I feel like we wasted half a day really, which is such a shame. I'd love to go back to the old town again. It was brilliant there. It was really authentic, lots of food. So it's such a shame really. I feel like we've wasted a day in this beautiful country.
It wasn't a museum. It was honestly, it was a gift shop the size of a Walmart supermarket. That's exactly what it felt like. They even had checkouts like a supermarket at the end for you to walk through. And then there was another gift shop and now there's an outdoor gift shop. Absolutely ridiculous. Well, that tour quickly turned into something completely different because we are obviously back on the ship, guys, and we actually left the tour early. I think that's the first time we've ever done that on an excursion. Essentially, you already know the tour wasn't very good up to that point. So it was time for lunch on the tour and we were heading up to the restaurant, and on the way there, the guide strictly said, do not drink any of the water that the restaurant are going to give you. Take a bottle of water that you have brought yourself, and if nobody's got one, please take one from the ship because you will get sick. So we were like, that's not the best first impression of a delicious Thai meal. So we had a little look online to look at the restaurant that he was talking about, and it had very, very bad reviews on both TripAdvisor and Google. A lot of people saying they got sick. But we thought, do you know what? Let's see what it's like when we get there. Earlier on, the guy did come around and ask people about food problems. A few people said they don't eat seafood, and Ben also said he doesn't eat seafood as well. And when we got there, it was a seafood restaurant. Basically, the whole meal was seafood except 2 or 3 dishes, which had seafood sauce in them, so either fish sauce or oyster sauce. And we were also with a gentleman who had a severe shellfish allergy. The guide was very rude to that gentleman. He basically shouted at him. He said to the gentleman, just eat it, you'll be fine. And Ben didn't want to eat any of the seafood. The other lady couldn't eat any of the seafood. So the meal was a little bit of a bust. We had about 2 hours left of the tour, and 1 hour of that was going to be the rest of the meal. And we only had one other stop where it was going to be a 10-minute stop. We didn't want to sit on a coach for another 20 to 40 minutes just to go for a 10-minute stop. So we decided the best thing was to grab a taxi and head back to the ship and do our own thing to see a little bit more of the town before we got back on board.
The taxi was super easy. We used the Grab app, which is basically like Uber. We're not going to dwell on it, guys. We've had an amazing cruise, we really have. But this is one of the reasons why we don't take shore excursions. I could kick myself or slap myself because we fell into the old trap of using the shore excursions where it's super long. You spend all day on a coach getting on and off people at different paces, so it's kind of painful, it really is. Honestly, there is so many different options. Like we said, shore excursions group, Klook, Viator, or just doing things DIY. The great thing about shore excursions booked on a cruise, they do guarantee that you get back on the ship on time. So if you're not a confident person, you don't have the same confidence that we have, because we're really lucky we get to travel to loads of different places. We're really happy using all of the local transportation. Maybe it's good for you to do a shore excursion with the cruise line. That's really up to you guys. There's no right or wrong answer here. So I can just go through a few of the pros and cons of both. So with a cruise booked, shore excursion, the pros are you're guaranteed to get back to the ship. You will be safe, tours have been checked, and they use reputable companies. But the cons are that they're expensive, large groups, no flexibility, follow the leader kind of thing, and they're not going to stop anywhere off the tour either. By booking your own shore excursion, the big downside is that you might not get back to the ship on time, which is a really big one, but you get a lot cheaper local guides who you've thoroughly researched to have a look to see if they're good enough. This is the biggest point we always say: research, research, research. Make sure that they are reputable and have really good reviews. It hasn't happened on Celebrity, but we also have to mention the deceitful tactics of some cruise lines as well. But we've been lied to in the past as well in certain ports, where the cruise director will come over the PA or the captain will come over the sound system and say there are no other alternatives. Make sure you book a shore excursion. There's no taxis, there's no local transportation, you're going to be stuck. We've never been to a port ever that's like that. There's always an alternative, so don't listen to those deceitful tactics. Another rip-off as well are the transfers to and from the cruise. You're usually given the option to book a coach to the cruise, and then once you leave the cruise to the airport, these can be extortionately expensive. I'm talking 3 or 4 times more than a taxi and Uber, so look at the alternatives again first, because again, you're going to be in a big group, they're very slow, it's very painful, but yeah, we're just trying to save you a bit of money, guys.
So how much did we pay for this excursion? And this was actually one of the reasons we chose it to book through the cruise line, because it was $70 each. Now, when we actually looked at going through something with Viator, it was only $60 each. So we thought, oh, $10 for the added security of getting back to the ship without any worries. However, when we actually re-looked at that Viator tour that we did originally want to book, it was a private independent tour, both the same amount of time, 7 to 8 hours. But of course, on a private tour, we could have done what we wanted to do on our own pace, and we could have seen a lot more. So instantly, we regretted booking it because we didn't have as good a time. It was less quality. The tour just wasn't as good as something you're gonna get if it is just your group and a tour guide. And like I mentioned, we just saw a lot less. Yes, it was 8 hours, but basically half the time we were getting on and off a coach. So let's wrap up. What is the final thought we have about shore excursions? Now, at the end of the day, you do you with whatever you feel comfortable with. And by that we mean, if you feel comfortable doing it alone, if you're happy with organizing your own day and making sure you're getting back to the ship on time. But then at the same time, if you're comfortable with paying over the odds and the inflated prices for the peace of mind, then that is also a good option as well. But in all honesty for us, we've explained earlier that we always do a mix of both depending on the port and the situation. But definitely, if you want to save money, go it alone and make sure you just do your research. But if you want to see us do an amazing shore excursion, again in the Asia region, check out our video from our time cruising in India right now. Click on the screen, guys. That's it till next time.
Happy cruising!